everybody. I just wanted to share some words about my experience with addictions and some people that I worked with addictions and just like the concept too of like transformation and change. And I think that it's something that applies to all of us. Anyways, I know there's a lot of people that they get to a point in their life where they're like, I'm not happy where I am right now, and I want to change. And a lot of times when they get into that moment, their first reaction is always like hype. Gotta get hype. I gotta get hyped up about it. And so what ends up happening is like they'll win for a couple of months, and then they start to like fall and fail. And the reality check here is that I think that like we need to learn that change takes a lot of time. Hype is a good thing for like things like sports games or running marathons, but they're really not good if you like want to make it like a gradual change. Um, and so like I know there's a lot of people that's like they want to gain the victory and they want to gain like the prize, and everyone wants to have this like weird success story where like mid 20s we've just totally dominated life and we've dropped all of our bad habits. But the reality is that like sometimes change is like so tiny, and the victories that we have in our day is so small that we need to realize that that's sometimes the only victory that we get for the day. And we have to remember the Bible also says stuff like this. It says stuff that what has been made crooked cannot be made straight, what has been lost cannot be found. And so sometimes I think it's literally impossible for us to truly change ourselves without God. And even with God, it can be a very narrow gate to pass through. So, you know, another problem too is like sometimes people, when they feel like they want to change themselves, suddenly they have this little ounce of change where they've done something differently or they've made a huge decision, and then they feel like they're sort of the changer or they're sort of like the god, and that can be dangerous in itself. And so like I think in our culture we need to sort of get off of this like fast food, like 1 year plan, gonna try to level my whole entire life. And instead we should like really focus on admiring the process and transformation. And if we are going to be serious about change, then we are going to like commit to things that are going to take 10 years, a 10-year process. And so we should all just really just, I think, just really be grateful for life and the fact that life gives us the opportunity to make small changes every single day. This is the main pace of our lives. Every single day we have the opportunity to say no to something, or to say yes to something, or to get up a little bit earlier. And so I encourage everyone to take a small tiny step, take a small little victory, because in the end what matters is not whether you get a quick victory over your problems, but that you see lasting change. And sometimes that small change is more important than a radical difference. Anyways, I hope that this is encouraging for you. Thanks for listening.